Hi, good morning and happy Easter. It's Easter Sunday. Beautiful day today.
Lovely day today. Unfortunately, it has been wet, hasn't it, recently? So some boot sales are closed.
Almost all of them are still closed. But we did go along to the Ardingly South of England Showground one. And it's Mick who runs it, isn't it? Michael Cummings, is it? But anyway, Mick, if you're watching, you're doing a great job.
Great boot
really
sale.
Appreciate that you've carried on all through the winter when we were too wimpy.
Yes. But it was outside today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was out on the grass today.
It was almost like last week was packed there, and it was inside and outside, and it was like they were doing half and half, and this week it's gone to completely outside. It was another great boot sale. It was a good turnout for him.
It was a good turnout. It was amazing the amount of buyers that went, and he'd also put on bouncy castles for the kids.
Yeah.
And there was an Easter egg hunt, and I was actually at a stall, and a little girl found a little bag of Easter eggs on the store, and she said, "Oh, there's some Easter eggs." So I think they're the ones that he hid.
Yeah.
And she got to keep them, so that was lovely to see that.
Yeah. Which is really nice. And I'd just like to say thank you to all of our subscribers, all 500 of you. From last week's film, we've just tipped over the 500 subscribers. So it's great to have 500 of you subscribing.
Yeah, welcome friends, old and new. And any of you that hung on with us from last year when we weren't doing anything all over the winter, really appreciate you coming back.
Absolutely. So we picked up some stuff.
I didn't get very much today, but then some boot sales are like that, and I always, because I'm not reselling on the scale that some people do. Yeah. So I go with the idea that if I find something good, that's great. If I walk away without buying anything, it means less to deal with in the house. So it's no big problem for me.
However, I'm currently I'm currently looking at doing about, I need to list 5 every single day. I have been up to doing 10, and I would like to get back to doing 10, but what I'm currently doing is trying to build up my draft bank so that so at the moment I've got about 35 items that are ready to go in scheduled listing on eBay, so I can just list them straight away. And I'm trying to build that up first before I then go to back to 10 a day.
Yeah, and I'm also happy to report that in March I was able to sell enough out of my death pile to cover the cost of Chester's cremation. So that's now, it was on a credit card, so I needed to pay it off before I start getting interest charged on it. So that's now paid for, which is
really good, but obviously a loss with Chester.
Well, it's a dreadful sadness when you lose animals. I mean, they're as much part of the family as people. In fact, I often call them people, because to me they're just very people.
They are people. Yes.
But anyway, that was the reason I've been really trying to sell a few bits and pieces was to get that credit card paid down, and that's working at the moment.
So I'm going to start off, I think, with what I picked up. And I picked up 22 pairs of jeans, and no, I'm not going to go through them all. There's one pile. There's another pile. Piles of jeans, so there's no point in going through every single one. However, there is one pair that is kind of notable of how bad it is, and bizarre.
I would be embarrassed to put it out to sell. I know I'm old, and I know that I'm not up with all the fashion and everything, but
the size of the holes.
Why would you? Can you see that? It's like there's more hole than trouser there.
But saying that, I've sold trousers like these before.
I know you have, and good luck to you.
And I've sold them for good money.
Say is some people have more money than sense.
I mean, the thing is, these are designer. These were. The thing is, these haven't been. This isn't from where. This is how they were actually. This is how they were sold.
Well, I would have thought they'd be sold with the the threads still across, well, like in that bit.
Yeah.
I think they've kind of worn.
Well, some of them might have worn, but I think pretty much to a certain extent, that is how they were designed to be like that. So anyway, we'll soon find out. But that was, I mean,
And how much do you pay?
50p.
Oh, well, 50p.
I mean, for 50p...
There's enough done in there to cut them up and make something else, so it'd be worth 50p, in my opinion.
Probably be able to sell them for about £7, £7.50. So, for 50p...
And they're ladies' ones, aren't they? Because they're a size 18.
Yeah.
And as long as there's enough that you can cut the legs off and make them into a little pair of shorts.
But no, they're still wearing them as they are.
No, that's what I'm saying, for the person who's going to ultimately wear them.
Yeah. But they are, obviously, these are Denim Co., which is Primark. There's actually about 9 or 10 pairs in there that are Primark. But for 50p to £1, they're kind of worth picking up like that. I did pick up a couple of... I've got 2 more pairs I'll show you in a minute. Off to Summer Jams, because otherwise we're just talking about jeans.
I've got my basket here and I've done the lasagna method again. If you were watching last week, I was explaining that because I have a basket that I put on my walker because I'm disabled, so I need a walker. And rather than wrap up each piece, because I tend to buy china, I was just putting it in and then just putting a layer of tea towels over it, then more china, then more tea towels. So I've got the lasagna method, which seems to be working quite well. And because last in, first out, the very last thing that I bought at the sale, I walked all the way around and thought I hadn't seen any Yadro or Neo today, which is unusual. And then I saw this right at the very back of the table and I was looking at it and I thought that actually has the look of quality about it. I don't know how much you can see from, like I say, he's got me so far away from the camera that I can't show you, but if you can see the detail in the hair and every single stitch in the knitted hat is there, and the painting on the face, the eyes and it just had a look of quality, and I was scared to pick it up because they had other little ornaments all crammed tightly around it, but I kept looking and looking and looking and I thought, do you know, I've got a feeling that's a good piece. So eventually I did reach across, picked it up, and I'd asked about a paperweight earlier and they said something ridiculous. I think about £15 for a paperweight or something. Yeah. It is Caithness, it's worth a lot of money, and not that much. It might not have been 15, but it was way too high a price anyway. So I was scared to ask how much this was, but when I did say how much, because my limit, because I'm buying this for me, these aren't for resale until after I go. So they go in my collection, and my limit is £10. And I said, how much? And she said, £10. So, a lovely piece of Neo.
It's very dark. There's a piece of like a ribbon.
It's got, I don't know if you can see the maker's mark on the bottom. It's a 1985 piece. And when you're looking at pieces like this, make sure they haven't got any chips or fingers missing. You know, that's where it would normally.
This piece of ribbon here at the back that looks very delicate to me.
And sometimes when it's in one piece at the boot sale, you get it home and it's not suffered on the way home. So you have to be very, very careful with them. But this little lady is known as Christmas Time, and its number is 0484. It's from 1985. It last sold in the UK at between £16 and £45. The cheapest I found it was 16. The dearest was £45. Right. I have seen one of these sell. It's in pounds, but I think it's just because I'm looking at that on the UK eBay. But it says sold at 140, but it had USA postage and things.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, that's now my 33rd piece of Yadro.
Wow.
Well, Neo.
Yep.
So that will go in the cabinet. I I've been storing a lot of Denby in the cabinet. I pulled all the Denby out during the week, so guess what? There's more room.
But that's okay.
So,
there's more room because you sold it.
Yeah. So there we go.
Shall I do another one?
It's up to you. I want to get her laid down or moved out of the dog's way as fast as possible.
Do you want me to put her straight in the cupboard?
Yeah, could she go straight
You
in the
do another
glass
one,
cabinet?
you do your next piece, and I'll put this in the cupboard straight away before it gets damaged.
It was very, very cold first thing. Oh, I don't like the way he's doing that. I can't look.
Don't look then. That's the answer.
I'm having palpitations, Neil. I'm on edge because Neil will admit to himself he is a complete klutz. he's not delicate with things, are you?
Delicate? I don't even know the meaning of the word.
Exactly, but anyway, it was so cold. I'd left my gloves in the car and it was too far to walk back to the car, and saw these suede gloves on the table with a pound marker on. They are George, which is Asda's own brand, but they are real suede and they fitted.
Nice.
And they kept my little hands warm.
I like the colour. It's very nice.
Yeah,
turquoise.
I really like the colour. So, and they'll go with my big green coat or my teal colour coat.
Yeah.
So, I was very happy with those for £1.
Excellent.
So that's £11 I've spent on me so
£11.
far. Plus, I also picked up a little notebook that was 50p, so that's £11.50 on me.
£11.50. However, all of my stock, all of my items that I bought today is stock for reselling purely. So, I was just going to mention just these two. Again, they're just jeans, but they are River Island jeans, and they got some nice big zip things on the front, on the pockets, and yeah, they're just quite nice. They should sell at a higher price than the Denim Co. being River Island. They're slightly better brand, and probably would have cost that little bit more than the Denim Co. I'll have to check, but you know, I know River Island can be like £45 a pair of jeans or something like that. So maybe I can get just an extra couple of quid more when I sell them. So that was that really. On to your next one, Jan.
Right, there's actually two of these, but one
No,
of them...
no,
they're mine.
you don't wear gloves.
No, but I eat them. Little Wedgwood trinket dish.
You don't wear gloves.
Wedgwood Angela, bone china, just sits on your dressing table or something, and you can pop rings and bits and pieces in it.
Yeah.
There were two, and one of them's buried, so I got the two for 50p. So that's
nice.
a very good price, and that will go on eBay because although I've paid for the cremation, I still have the cost of the vet coming out to the house, which was £350. So again, like I say, it was paid on a credit card, so I need it paid off quickly, so I'm not ending up spending a lot of interest on it. But still well worth. We've done it for 3 dogs now, where we've had the vet come to the house to give them peace at the end rather than take them to the vet's office. So it's what we do. Anyway, 50p.
Right. No, I've got a whole stack of little bits to probably show it all in one go. So if you want to do a few more of yours, and then I've got my.
Oh, this is the other one that I got for 50p.
Is that the same pattern?
It's the same pattern. It's Wedgwood again.
Right.
Yeah, Wedgwood Angela.
Yeah.
So
will you sell those together, or will you list them together or separate?
No, I don't know. I'll see what other people, see if anybody else has got any on there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they kind of go together. I mean, it's the same pattern.
Yeah, it's the same pattern. I would say that's your for you put rings and things, and I will put that down, use it like a coaster.
Right.
And then put your bedside drink
So
on
they
it.
are kind of very different then, aren't they? It's the same pattern, but kind of...
I don't know if that was its intended use. I have no idea. All I know is we used to sell things like the trinket trays in duty free.
Right. Uh-huh.
They're just little kind of gift items, but being Wedgwood, they would cost, you know, 10, 12, 15 quid.
Yeah.
Don't know what they cost brand new today. I don't even know if people use this sort of thing anymore.
I wouldn't know.
Can you drop a comment below if you use something like this? Because I haven't got any idea. But anyway, 2 for 50p, so
excellent. I
was pleased with those.
How many more items do you think you got?
I have maybe 4 or 5.
Okay, so if I do some more of mine now, I've got basically 2 more items. Yeah, okay. So, I've got some shirts. I'm just briefly going to show you what I picked up, really. So we've got a champion shirt. So okay, these were all about £1 each, I think it was. Then we've got a Puma, white, blue and white Puma, blue and white Adidas. I say £1 each. Little Nike shirt.
That's quite nice.
That's okay. So it's...
If I start making faces, it's because I've got a 6-stone dog laying on my sore toe.
Ah.
And I won't move it.
Just a dark blue Adidas. And we would go on to this is a Next. So this is
yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Not sure about that one. No, it's okay. But it's got a graphic both sides. It's got the graphic both sides.
What does it say?
So it's a full graphic.
I can't read the writing.
Santa Cruz, California.
Well, I mean, if you like that sort of thing,
yeah,
it's nice enough.
It's not really my kind of, but it's okay. Then I like the colours on this. This is a Hollister. Quite like the colours on that. And it's
I really love that colour.
So that's nice. I like that.
When I say that colour, I'm talking, it's a kind of a teal at the top, really dark teal.
What, does it kind of like your gloves?
Yeah, similar colour. But it's graduated.
Yes.
If you look at the glove and that, you've got that.
So somewhere the colour,
yeah, at some point on the way down, it's the same
colour.
It's
the same.
So if you want to wear my gloves to match,
you can. Thank you. Then we've got a Hollister, another Hollister. It's just got the seagull, but on the back you've got a graphic, so that's nice, and that's a long sleeve. Another Hollister. This one's a wave at the sea, so that's kind of okay. Sorry, I'm just doing these quick. I don't want to make a whole big thing about each individual shirt. It's just I've got some Hollister shirts basically, and then the last one is a Levi's, nice yellow with just a little Levi's in white. That's the shirts I picked up.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, I like that. Nice colours.
Stacking mugs. These are, I think they're a Sainsbury's one. I think it's a bit tight, bent at the top. It's a bit tight, yeah. Sainsbury's Home, and if they're stacked in the right order, it makes a pattern, a picture.
A picture.
But you can stack them in it. These are just in there randomly at the moment.
No.
I mean, they're not as expensive as the Marks and Spencers or the Next ones, but they're nice enough, and for £1,
yeah, there's definitely profit in it. It's a nice blue and turquoise again, a greeny kind of.
Yeah.
So that's all good. That's nice.
And even if the stand isn't very good, as long as you mention it, I always say to people when I sell these that put in the description. You can use in the stand, on the counter, or stack in less space in the cupboard.
I was just looking at that front bit and thought, had it snapped off? It hasn't got a bit there, but it's the design of it. It's not supposed to.
Yeah, no. It's...
Show us you next time. I'm just going to let Bear out. Bear has decided he needs to go to the garden. So,
Okay, so I'm just unpacking layers here.
Actually, I'll leave that door open for a little bit. It's not that cold,
it's quite warm, isn't it? Right, this one I picked up not because it's a fantastic. Actually, it's a Robert Dyers, so it's not great. It is fine china, but it's a head gardener, so quirky mugs.
Oh yeah.
You know,
for someone who likes gardening and get it as a present as a head gardener.
Exactly. So
that
was 50p.
That's nice. That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's in, as long as they're in all right condition. And with mugs and things, I always run a finger around because sometimes you can pick up little nicks and chips that you can't see.
Yeah. Good way of doing it.
If you run a finger around and around the bottom, you know, that's how I found the chips on the ones that I stuck out the front. I was saying to Neil, I was really happy. I don't know if I said last week that I'd found some mugs that were no good to us because they got tiny chips on. So if you're right-handed and it's this side of the mug, so it's nowhere near, and it's like a millimetre chip, then I would still say it's good for somebody. So I just stuck them in a box out the front with saying free mugs, expecting people to come along and think, oh, I like that one, you know. Take one or two, but the whole lot went, and the box. So I was really happy that they found a new home somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Because I don't even know if charity shops could sell them if they're not in perfect condition. So,
but if somebody gets some use out of it, that's a good thing.
So that was.
I've just got one more thing, so keep going until you.
This is the one I was telling you about in the car. Nice. This is a Costa glass. What would you have in that?
That would be like a proper, possibly
chocolate,
you get hot chocolate or iced coffee, maybe.
Well, whatever it was 50p, and I thought, well, I know people like Costa things, so 50p for a glass mug. And the way you said, "Oh," it's almost like I'll have that. No.
Will that find its way into the cupboard, into our cupboard?
Are you done?
I've just got one last piece.
Oh, another quirky one. Yeah. This one is Classic Tractors from the Leonardo collection. I didn't even realise it was a Leonardo collection, but again, if you know a farmer or if you know Jeremy Clarkson or somebody like that.
Just somebody who just likes
They're just quirky, so at 50p.
Tractors are cool. Well, the other thing is that, you know, what?
I was just thinking the woman I bought it from, she said, another one of those things I've never used.
Yeah. But the thing is, you know, kids just sometimes just like tractors and kind of...
Yeah, if you get a child that's quite a big mug for a child.
Someone's going to like it. Vintage.
So a gardening one and a tractor one.
Excellent.
So two.
Shall I do my last piece, or you got more?
I've got two.
Two more. I'll do my last one, and then you do your. So my last one is a little jacket. Actually, I should have done it up really to show you first to start with.
Yeah, I quite like that one when he's finished. And this one I picked up, this is it's an Italian mug. And it's like a street scene on it, and it's square. So I just liked it because it was, again, it's quirky. Sepia tones, I don't recognise the scene, but then if it's in Italy somewhere I wouldn't. Praha? Praha?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Oh, Czech Republic it says.
Oh, yeah.
1973, so it's a nice vintage mug.
Ooh.
50p.
Consider. So there's this jacket, and it's a Next jacket, but it's made to look like it's all made out of offcuts of other
make it look like it's been repurposed.
Repurposed.
Load of old clothes stitched together
and. So you've got like pockets, but you've got the zips. Kind of, you've got a zip here, but you've got another zip down here, and yeah, it's just I just like the look of it. It's just a nice kind of made to, well, it's obviously made to look repurposed. I'm pretty sure it's not repurposed, but it's just made to look repurposed. And also I like the inside as well. It's got a button there.
And while you're fiddling with that, can I just address that last video we made, somebody put a comment saying about the dogs touching the clothing and sniffing the clothing and things, and aren't we worried about that? Would you like to answer that? Because all my stuff is China and it will all get washed completely before I sell it.
Well, before any of my stuff, well, part of the listing process is for me to have a look at the condition of the items and to clean them and steam iron them, all ready for that to get a really good kind of photo.
Yeah, see if it needs going through the wash or anything. So
and almost all of it gets steam ironed, so it's heavily kind of steamed to get it looking really nice. Steam, obviously, there are steam cleaners and stuff like that. So
he pinched my old steam generator. So.
Yeah, so I use a steam generator iron, obviously, to get it all kind of looking nice. And the thing of any dog hair or anything like that, so I have a little pair of tweezers and iron and stuff like that. Not iron, hairbrush. So, because otherwise that would be picked up on photos. So that's it's all prepped and done.
And also, you know, we don't know where they've come from. They could have come from a house with dogs in. So we can't guarantee that nothing has ever seen a dog in its entire existence.
And then
it probably has seen dogs and cats.
Once my clothing has actually been done at the photo stage, it is all then put into plastic bags that are then sealed, so that once that they've done that photographic kind of thing, they're good enough for the photographic thing, then they're put into bags at that point and won't get any dirtier. It's sealed, and then that goes over to the storage where it's all held until they're actually sold. So that's my process. So yeah, as for the dogs, it's a case of, you know, we live with dogs, and but I'm pretty sure that there really isn't any dog hair or anything like that on it. So yeah.
And the dog's just sniffing the mug here. This is Echo, by the way, if you've not met her before. And I wash all of the china first and make sure it's all sparkling clean, because you never know where it's come from. But so it's all completely clean.
But apart from anything else, if you kind of knew that you were, you know, the items that you're buying are not brand new, they have been used by other people, you don't know what they've been done, and including with clothes. You know, whether you want to, I mean, most times you would wash something up before it's used anyway.
Particularly has normally been in some form of storage before people get to the boot sale. So if they've gone through their own cupboards and decided I don't want that, that and that, it might have all gone in a box out to the garage waiting, you know, 6 months, a year. So it would need a wash before I'm happy to post it out. Yeah. But anyway, I'm holding this as my last piece. This is a Queen's by Churchill Collier Campbell painted garden mug. It's rather a large one, and it's just got,
I did also see that it's
flowers.
Also microwavable.
Microwave and dishwasher safe, fine china. And it's important to have a microwavable mug in your cupboard in case you want to make one of those microwave cakes that I've always thought that looks like a good idea and never done. You know, the cake in the mug thing.
Yeah, cake in the mug thing seems like a damn good idea.
Yeah, Jamie Oliver did one of those on his on his programme a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I'll give that a go, but I haven't got anything to do with it. So that may end up in, although that's rather a large thing, I wouldn't want, that's a huge cake, isn't it?
That's a good sized cake. I'm thinking that's a cake to share, that is.
So anyway, so my total is, what have I spent? That's 50p, so 51, 52, 50, 350, £4 on things that may at some point go on eBay, and £11.50 on me. That's a good ratio, isn't it?
That's good. And I spent £40 today, so not too bad. Well, there should be there's about 35 items, I think. So
yeah. And we would love to do another one tomorrow on Easter Monday. And Easter Monday traditionally is a really good day for boot sales, but everywhere's still rained off, isn't it? The fields are all still
I don't know.
Wet, so I can't find any advertised that's on tomorrow.
No.
If Neil gets this online today and you know anywhere in the southeast, please let us know, because we'll get along there, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
The same as Faygate, our local one that does the Saturday morning one. Billy still hasn't put anything up about when we're starting that, although we have seen, as we drive past, activity on the field. We've seen him there with vans and things, so he's doing something in his field to get it ready to go, but we don't know what yet. So Billy, if you're watching, we're
eager and awaiting, Billy.
Eager and waiting.
Yeah, we are. So,
but that's it for today. And the only other thing was somebody gave me a leaflet. It's Adored Dog, Naturally Good Products. Follow us on Facebook, adored-dog.
Cool.
So I don't know if you can screenshot that. And she does dog treats and enrichment toys, premium kibble, monthly subscription. And she did say, I think I've seen you before, and I didn't want to say, yes, I'm famous. So I said, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that's
because like I say,
good.
The last 2 weeks, well, today and last week, the carpet people gave me a card, and the other dog, because there's 2 different dog stalls at this one.
Right. I'm just going to say, I've just seen there's a QR code, so I'm going to try and hold that still. You can scan this QR code and go and visit their website.
Because she had ostrich bones.
Yeah.
And I stopped to talk to her because I said I've never seen ostrich bones before, and I'm thinking, are they all right for dogs? Because like dogs can have beef bones, but they're not allowed to have chicken. And ostriches are just big chickens.
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? So
although their bones do look more like a cow bone.
Yeah. I don't know.
And she was saying they're good for them. They're very low in fat or something. And but I'd only just bought the buffalo horns last week that were £10 each. So that's £20 on chewy things last week. So sorry, dogs, you can't have something every week. Anyway,
I think we should kind of wrap that up. So if we get to go to one tomorrow, if I get this film up and someone says, oh yeah, there's a boot sale here or here, then we'll get along to that for the Monday one. But if not, you'll have to wait till next weekend.
Yeah, and that was his way of saying, shut up, they're bored now. He doesn't like me waffling on, but I've got my own channel where I waffle on quite a lot, and people actually do like it.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's just trying to work out when to wrap the film up. That's what it's about, when to press the button.
So we'll say goodbye.
Yeah. See you on the next one.
Anyway, take care.
Bye.
Bye.